What is up, everyone? How are you doing? I am so excited for tonight. Oh my gosh. So, we made a specific cool design for a tourmaline that I have. I actually forgot that I bought it, and then it showed up in the mail, and I got really excited. So, last night we actually made a design for it. This is the tourmaline that we are going to be cutting tonight. Let me just fix that focus. My camera has a hard time with blues. It's like a bluey green, really, really unique color for a gemstone. And tonight we're going to be cutting it into a square. And I'm really excited. What up, Michaela? Thanks for joining tonight. It is a lovely color, isn't it? I am so excited. So it's going to be kind of small, but that's the reason why we're doing a square, is to save majority of the material. So if you take a look up top on the stone, you see where it's turning right now. You see that big indent right there. What up, wife? Thanks for joining. That indent is going to be a problem. So that's the other reason why I'm kind of cutting it into a square, because I think I will be able to preserve the most material. Because we want to make this as big as possible because it's pretty small. What up, Scorch? Thanks for joining. So, first thing I'm going to do is bring this down here. Zoom out. Autofocus. Zoom out. There we go. What's the biggest stone I've ever cut? Probably that garnet that we cut on stream. That thing was huge. Or I did cut a really big shield out of an agate for someone. What up, Grandma? Tonight we are cutting a tourmaline, and it's a beautiful, like, greenish blue. Now it's gone. Tourmaline. It's kind of hard to... Oh, actually, there might be better light down here. Let's see. Isn't that a pretty color? So, last night we actually made a specific design. It is tiny, but tourmaline's normally very long and kind of skinny. So, we need a tourmaline magnet. Some tourmalines, I found out, are magnetic. What up, Leap? Thanks for joining. So, the cut that we are doing tonight is super cool. And I'm excited because we specifically designed it for this cut. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is point you down here at our workstation. Here is the tourmaline. However you think about it, once we're done cutting it, it's actually it's gonna be a good size for a ring, won't it? Yes, it will be. What up, Michi? Thanks for joining tonight. Alright, so we have our tower of transfer. We have our dop stick. Actually, I think this dop stick will be perfect. It's tiny. See how tiny it is? And we got our wax and our candle. Brilliant. Do they get ores as inclusions? I'm sure they do, but they normally, so if you look up tourmaline in matrix, if you Google that, you'll see how it forms. It forms in really long sticks. So a lot of the times they kind of cut it down before the matrix, before it actually has anything actually in it. I'm excited on this. Alright, so we're going to cut it like that. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So first thing we do is we take our dop stick. That's fine, Leapy. No problem. So we take our dopstick, which is made of brass. It's got some wax on the end of it, but you know, we're going to put a little more on there just so it holds the stone better. Good morning, Rabbit. I am so excited to see this too. As it said, my first thought was Superman's Fortress of Solitude. All the crystals. Is that the thing that was in Smallville where like it talked to him? I don't know much about superheroes. So what we got to do here, guys, is heat up the dopstick. As you can see, I ground my finger again. Ugh. Turkey says it once, and then everything goes downhill from there. Now I'm always just cutting my finger on my lap. Superman is OP. Well, I want it to stop bleeding, so I gotta let it like scab over. So we're just gonna put a little more wax on here. Actually, so I was watching another gem cutter on here. His name's Acushin. Which many of you know him, and I'm sure have seen his streams. And he has way more experience in cutting gems than I do. And he mentioned that you want less wax when securing a stone. So I'm going to try and... I guess it's not going to scab next to it. It'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. He was saying you want less wax, so we're gonna try and do less wax and see how that goes. If this falls off, we are going to just cover it in wax. Alright, so next we are going to have that be the bottom. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be so beautiful! Good day there, Aries. Shopping for iolite? Yeah, iolite's pretty expensive. I actually saw a bunch of rough iolite earlier today when I was looking through rough to buy. So what I gotta do is clean this off real quick. Make sure there's nothing on there. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is heat up the... Of course, as soon as I clean it off, I touch it. So now we got to heat up the tourmaline. 1.68 ounces. Alright, so we're heating up the tourmaline right now. Gotta be careful, because if there's anything in it, it'll explode. Or you may lose color, and you don't want any of that to happen. Oh man, I'm so excited to see how this turns out, because the cut we made last night looks so beautiful. Alright, here we go. Just gotta make sure it's centered. That looks pretty darn centered. Okay, it shifted. Minecraft server, is it? It is, it's the Java version. Well, it's a realm, so I'm pretty sure it's Java. Good evening, Yo Dog. Thank you for joining. How are you doing tonight? And how's everyone else doing? I don't think I asked everyone that. I'm a little worried it's a little too far to one side, so we gotta like shift it this way. Alright, so now I just need to... Alright, now we're going to let it cool. Finish your finals. Congratulations everyone who finished their finals today. I dropped out of college. So... Alright, let's go over here to our gem cutting. You'll see my puppy over here. I just ran out of money and I didn't want to pull out any loans. So then I'm like, well, I can go get a good paying job as a contractor. And then we'll figure out where life takes us. Well, it worked out. All right. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, guys. Are you excited to start this tonight? I know I am. These, I'm recutting the, so I got some more golden citrine. I'm recutting those, what do you call it? Triforce, so they're more golden. Paying for it with 2 jobs. Oh, yeah, I remember. Let's see. When I turned 18 and graduated high school, I immediately moved out of my parents' house because I'm not very fond of my father. And I ended up leaving, and I'm like, oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I'm like, oh God, my one job isn't gonna pay for this, so I got another one. And then I'm like, oh God, this job's not gonna pay for it. Well, I can't go back to my dad, so I ended up working 4 jobs for the longest time. It was insane. I was working 4 jobs and going to school, like college, and I was like, okay, I can't afford this. All right, guys. All right, we're gonna do something. I'm gonna flatten this bottom a little bit, and then we're gonna go back and reposition it because I'm not happy with it. Like I said, I want to get the most out. I want to get the most out of this stone as I can possibly get. All right, that's good. That's good. Yes, sorry, I forgot to say we were getting moist. But we're gonna actually go back and reposition the stone. The reason is, so if you look at the stone, you see when the dopstick's straight, you see how the stone's kind of crooked there. I want. Here we go. This will show. This side will show it better. I want this pointy part to be over more. So when I put it down, you see where the dopstick is? It's a little crooked. I want it to be like that. That'll get us the most. What up, Dex? Thanks for joining us. What were you majoring in before you decided not to continue? I wasn't majoring in anything. I was just going to community college. I originally wanted to go for psychology because I enjoy talking to people and helping them. But then I'm like, oh, if I want to do anything with psychology, I have to go to school for like 10 years. Pfft, I'm not doing that. Let's find something else. I just hate, absolutely hate homework. Like I can do tests. I can remember what I do in class. Yes, I talk and help, exactly. But like doing homework is the worst. I hate it. It's like, why couldn't we do this in class? You taught me all about it in class. So let's cover more of this in class. I actually had an English teacher in my college days who we would come into class, and like the first part of the class he would have us go over whatever's in the book that we had to read. And then the second half of the class he'd be like, all right guys, we're writing a paper on this. Today you are to write your first paragraph or whatever, or your intro paragraph and the paragraph after that. So then we'd sit there for the next half of the class writing it, and then the last 10 or 15 minutes of class, he would randomly select people, have them go up and write their first sentence on the board. And then from there, everyone would talk to them and say like, well, I think this is wrong. I think this could be worded better, and so on and so forth. And it was so nice because we never had homework. Because we got everything done in class. And I learned so much more that way. Because I was able to, like, I was actually analyzing other people's work and being like, oh, well, this. And if you said something that wasn't right, the teacher would be like, why do you think that? And then it would be like, well, I think that this is actually a good way because of this. So, homework destroyed college for me. If that makes sense. Ow, just pinched myself. right. All right, I think we're good now. Yeah, we sure are. All right, let me catch back up here. Cool with my art assignments, but like I just had to write a paper and said, screw it, turned in a page short. Got an AA and 2 certificates, and am 1 credit away from second AA, but have moved states. Oh no. Tank is doing a lot better now. I mean, you can still see, like, see how red his stomach is? That's all a bruise. He's got such an enormous bruise on his stomach because he fell at the dog park. Yes, I'm alright, Leap. Thank you. Taking a yoga class next semester because when I graduate, I would be 3 credits away from a dual degree. Man, I just can't do it. Are you nice and cool now? That strainer? Oh yeah. Totes my goats. Alright, should we do this? Let's do it. So, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping in. Let me explain to you what we're doing tonight. Tonight, we are cutting this beautiful, it looks black, but it's actually beautiful and blue. If you look at the diagram down low here in the lower right hand corner, that is the bottom of the gemstone. And you'll see that it is numbered so you can follow along. However, it might be a little hard to see it just because there's so many facets. So we're actually going to be starting on G1, which is going to shape the stone. So yeah, we got to go to 90 degrees. And if you have any questions, please ask. I love talking about what I do. Okay, yeah. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? It has been a week. We also got Tank painkillers and anti-inflammatory stuff. So yeah, he's doing a lot better. He's happier. All right, we're gonna get so moist. So, dogs, from what I've been told, dogs don't often bruise because their skin is so thick. However, greyhounds have very, very thin skin. So, he ended up bruising. And we were worried about internal bleeding because, well, you can see how red his stomach is. Yeah, they are like glass. And so we were worried. So he had like a small bruise on his side, and within an hour it got bigger. So I'm like, what if it's internal bleeding? So we ended up taking him in, and we had the veterinarian do an ultrasound, and she said there is blood in there, but it's the kind that the body will reabsorb. It's just gonna take time. We're like, okay. So yeah, that was a good 1 a.m. trip. Yeah, he got juiced up. So this part often takes the longest because we are shaping the stone, and we have to take a lot of material off to get it to the shape that we want. What up, monkey? Thanks for joining. It is ringing like school bells. This is a really aggressive lap. I use this for the shaping of the stone, just because it takes the material off so much quicker. Though, because it is aggressive, I tend to have a higher risk of it. You know what? It's going really well. I'm really excited to see how this stone turns out tonight. I've been talking about it all day, and Sandala is just like, Ryan, shut up. I'm sick of hearing about gemstones. $71. How are you doing tonight, monkey? Well, that's good. So I got all pumped up today, right? Because I want to start this online website business thing, right? So I got all pumped up today, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna talk to Sandy about this, and she's gonna say yes. She's gonna say it's fine. So I sit down, I'm all nervous, because you know, it's starting your own business is scary. So then I sit down and I'm like, so I wanna start this business. And she looks at me and she's like, the gem cutting one online? And I'm like, yes. She's like, as long as you can pay your bills, that's fine. And I'm like, what? She's like, as long as you can pay your half of the bills, we're fine. I'm like, so yeah. But I mean, I'm still gonna I would have to still work at my current job while doing that. And then she's, well, okay, she did bring up one thing. She brought up one thing. She said, Ryan, you know, we're talking about having a kid within, like, after this is all done. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, will you be able to work 2 jobs and help take care of the kid? And I'm like, psh, no problem. And she's like, Ryan, a kid's not just like you sit down and it'll be fine. Like, you gotta take care of it. And I'm like Sandy, the job that I'm talking about will be like, all I do is sit down and cut gemstones. It's not like I have to drive anywhere, go do anything. It'll be fine. If anything, I'll just strap the kid to me and cut gemstones. So she's like, okay. She's very skeptical of that. Alright, so this is a 600 grit. We're going to get nice and moist. This is just because we used the really aggressive lap just now. This is going to just kind of smooth it out. Then we're going to use one more lap, and then we'll go to high polish on it. Yeah, I suppose. But, you know, just like, you know, if it's like an infant, I'll just strap it to, you know, I'll get one of those front things, and the kid will just be sitting here like, what's going on? I'll be like, hey guys, blah, 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 blah. I know it's not going to be that easy, but I can dream. Yeah, I'll just like rubber band their hands to the to like me, and they won't touch the lap. All right, I'll just strap the kid to my back. Look at that. You guys are teaching me so much about being a parent. Thank you. That's what I'll tell Sandy. Be like, don't worry. Everyone on Twitch is helping me prepare. And she'll be like, do you believe everything you hear on the internet? I'll be like, yeah. God dang it. I hate doing the girdle on these things. So the stone just fell off. Shoot. It's okay. It's not like it like flew off or anything. We got this. Good evening, Harry. Thanks for joining. There's like no wax on the stone at all. Yeah, so much for minimal wax. I know, right? It's all Accussion's fault. Blame him. Alright, let's hop back here. Ugh. Like the stone has no wax on it. All the wax is right here. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Oh! Yeah! Squibbles! Thanks so much for joining tonight. You just missed the blunder of the night. Our gemstone fell off. What up, Squibbles? Thank you everyone for joining. How did your stream go? Good evening, Froggy. Thanks for joining. Alright. So, our gemstone just fell off. By the way, guys, if you're just joining me, welcome. Tonight we are cutting a bluish-green tourmaline. And it just fell off while I was cutting it, which happens more often than you would expect. So we're trying to reconnect it. Yeah, what up, Airbrush Wizard? So, like I was saying, tonight we are cutting a... There we go. We are cutting a tourmaline. This tourmaline is like a bluish green. And last night we made a design for it. And now we are attaching it to a dop stick, which is what holds the stone. And it's held on there with like a schleck, which you'll often hear me refer to as wax. And now I don't want it to fall off again, so I'm just coating it in this wax. Are you going to hold on this time? You're not allowed to fall off. What up, Death Priest? Thanks for joining tonight. Cutting the mustard. Alright, so after now we're going to hop back over to our cutting station. Alright, let's hop back over here. So, if you take a look at the diagram down low there, in the lower right-hand corner, you can see that is the bottom of the gemstone, also known as the pavilion. And it's numbered so you can follow along. The numbers might be a little hard to see because there's a lot of facets. But we are currently doing G1. The G stands for girdle. The girdle is the small space, the small space in between the bottom and the top of the stone. It's also what gives the stone its shape. So as soon as this finishes cooling off here, we'll keep going. You only have 9.5 fingers. Well, what happened to the other half? If you want to talk about it. Scribbles, what were you drawing tonight? Or painting? Were you continuing your, Oh. I see. Can't say I've lost a limb yet. Though I am a goldsmith, so I'm sure it might happen one of these days. Okay. So we're going to go back and start at 1. Good, good. Alright, we're going to get so moist. Well, that sucks, Wizard. At least it was only half a finger. It's kind of like Bob Ross. Bob Ross was missing half a finger. Good evening, Silver Blue Dragon. Thanks for joining. I saw you followed me earlier. Thank you so much, dude. How are you doing tonight? A half-elf pinky. Yes. Custom alert graphics. That's awesome. Alright, how... I think we're good. Guys, I think we got it back on there perfect. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. What kind of graphics were they? Was it more candy? Yeah, oh yeah, Silver, I didn't get to, oh, awesome. I didn't get to say it, but welcome to the rough crowd. And I hope you enjoy yourself tonight. Tonight we are cutting a blue-green tourmaline. And I'm very excited for it because, so last night, you see the cut down low here? In the lower right-hand corner, that's the bottom of the stone, also known as the pavilion. Last night we actually designed this cut specifically for this stone. You're an optometrist, and that explains gemstone cutting. Your squibble mascot, doing things like cheering and holding cups. Oh, thanks so much for following! Airbrush Wizard, welcome to the rough crowd. Also, guys, if you have any questions, please ask. I love talking about what I do. Oh, I forgot to... So, a lucky subscriber will not win the custom cut gemstone tonight. I only do that on Sundays, and I forgot to change that. But, if you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a gemstone every single Sunday. Sorry, I started focusing. So what came first, the vocation or the avocation? I don't know. I don't know, Airbrush. So I do this as a hobby, and I'm trying to turn it into a career or a job. And my current career / job is goldsmithing. I repair jewelry, I make jewelry, I set diamonds and gemstones into jewelry. So if you have any jewelry questions or gemstone questions, I can answer them. I'm more adept at answering jewelry questions, but I'm still pretty knowledgeable about gemstones and stuff like that. How much pressure do I put on the stone? Right now I'm not putting a lot because I'm terrified it's going to fall off again. So when you do the girdle, it's hard because majority of my arm, this thing, is sticking off, and all that's on the wheel, like right here on the edge of it. Can you even see it? Yeah, right here on the edge, before it falls in, is all the stone touches. So it's like if I push too hard, it just goes and just breaks right off. Yeah, so you'll see me oftentimes stop and take a look through my loop, just to see how the meat points line up. Because what makes a good cut on a stone are the meat points, and a meat point is where two facets touch tips. Old school cutting, bit of luck, but grinding to cut more controlled. What do you? Bit of luck, but grinding to cut. Yeah, so what these laps do is they grind the stone down, because they have different grits, kind of like say if you're working on like wood, and you have to use the different grits of sandpaper. These are similar in that regard. Oh, that would be, so old school cutting would be in that way with like a hammer and stuff, a hammer and chisel. That's sculpting. This is faceting. So in the old days, instead of this fancy machine that tells you the angle and the depth and stuff, they just had like a pegboard, and the holes in the pegboard were different angles, and they'd just put the gem on the end of the dop stick, which is like just a stick, and then they'd stick them in there and then turn it themselves, and that's how they cut them in the old days. Same thing on a flat lap like this. It does sound super scary. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, well, let's just do this. And they don't have like a diagram to go off of like what I have up there. Am I out of water? Oh my gosh, I am. Alright, one moment, guys. I gotta go get more water. I'll be right back. You've never seen this done live? Well, welcome to my channel, and I'm glad you decided to stick around. Thank you. The cool thing that I like about doing this here on Twitch, because people are like, Ryan, you should totally make YouTube videos and stuff. And number one, I hate editing videos. Hate it. Number two, I like Twitch a lot better because you can ask questions live with the person. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh, I gotta try and say your name. Entomopathogenic, and Tomo. That's fine. Thank you so much, Ento. I'm gonna call you Ento. You know, people. I know, and that's a big thing. Is there's such a big gap between the customer, you and I, and the sales floor as far as knowledge goes. You know, like the salespeople in jewelry stores know everything about diamonds because diamonds are what make money, but they know nothing about gemstones, and gemstones are so cool. Like, tourmaline comes in so many different colors. So like if you type exclamation gem, I put some cool facts together about tourmaline, like a hidden dirty secret. Oh, thanks so much for following, Jesse Moore. Welcome to the rough crowd. How are you doing today, Jesse? But tourmaline comes in so many awesome colors. Like, comes in pinks, blues, blacks, and oranges. It's amazing. And it's because there's so many different minerals or trace elements in that stone that make it all these different colors. And it's like, okay, so when the tourmaline was forming, like what were these conditions that gave this specific stone all these different layers? It's just so cool. And that's what I love. That's why I like gemstones way more than diamonds, is because they're just so, there's so much more to them. I think it's so cool. So cool. And that's where, like, I love talking about it and educating people about stuff. Like, did you know that some garnets can change colors based on what light they're in? It's insane. It's crazy. You know, and it's like, diamonds don't do that. Diamonds are just white. Sometimes they're different colors, okay. Sometimes they are, but still, gemstones have so much more personality. It's cool. All right, Squibble. Gems are so pretty. Don't get me wrong. Diamonds are nice, sparkly. But there are so many. Yes. You dig out oil and quartz. It's insane, the various colors. Yes, quartz comes in so many colors too. I like diamonds fine, but I'm picky. And I would either have vintage one or Canadian non-De Beers minor lab created. Yep. But I'd love to have a colored center stone. Yes. Doing great. Just getting into making jewelry with copper this year. Love watching other artists. Awesome, Jesse. Well, you came to the right place, Jesse. You know why? Because we have a ton of jewelers and other artists in this community. Which, by the way, guys, if you want to join my Discord, feel free. We have lots of jewelers, lots of traditional artists, lots of gamers. I'm a big video gamer and board gamer, if you can't tell. And we're just a very fun, relaxed, chilled, laid-back community. So feel free to join us. We got people in there from all over the world. So yeah. Find a cut that looks good in the garnet. Yeah, find a cut. The cut from last night. We made a cut last night that looks good in garnet. I'm actually thinking we might use that on Sunday's giveaway. Since we're cutting a garnet on Sunday, I think that might be kind of fun. You're from Canada, I may be able to hook you up. Ooh. We have a lot of Canadians in our community too. Alright, so now what we're doing is we're moving on to facet letter P, or number 1, P1 in the lower right hand corner. You'll see that is the bottom of the gemstone. That's kind of so you can follow along with me. We just did the outer part of the gem to give it its shape. Now we're going to cut all those little lines that go to the center. So yeah, let's do it. So if this 600 lap doesn't cut quick enough, we're going to switch to our 260 grit, and then we'll go from there. But first, we got to get nice and moist. So I was talking about this the other day. Do we have any anime fans in here? Anyone like anime? I enjoy anime. Leap? Anyone else? I'm literally assistant secretary for my anime club at school. You certainly like some. So I just finished. Okay. I didn't finish, but I finished season 3 of My Hero Academia, and the next season that's available is subtitled. So I'm like, because I normally watch it. I watch anime before I go to bed, and I'm like, oh man, if it's subtitled, like I gotta watch it at like some point during the day when I'm alert and can read and watch. Goes to the Shell is great. Akira's good. Death Note's good. I like those. All 3 of those. Sailor Moon is good. Dude, I grew up on Sailor Moon. Loved it. Since that's where I'm from, my dad found a couple as property but never invested in actually trying to do more with that before. Oh, that's too bad, Michaela. I don't mind subtitles. I just have to be alert for them. So I switched over to Samurai Champloo. Anyone familiar with that show? I never finished Full Metal Alchemist. Vampire Hunter, I haven't seen that. Or Bloodlust. Yeah, dude, so when I was growing up, man, I would get home from school and I'd go and watch Sailor Moon. Now, I was probably like, 12, 13. Not gonna lie, I mainly watched Sailor Moon because they were hot. But Sandy and I, Sandy's my wife, we got the Sailor Moon Crystal or whatever, and we started watching through that. And it's really good. I like Sailor Moon a lot, actually. Appleseed was good. I liked Appleseed. My all-time favorite anime, if you haven't seen it, you should try and get your hands on it. It's called Witch Hunter Robin. That anime is the best anime, in my opinion, ever. It's very calm. It's kind of dark, and slow. It's kind of like Ergo Proxy, but better. You remember Witch Hunter Robin? Finally, someone knows Witch Hunter Robin. Yes. Witch Hunter Robin's so good. I love it. Love it. 19, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Was it on Adult Swim? So, yes. Oh, going back to Samurai Champloo. So far I really like the show. I like the show a lot, right? It's really cool. Plus it's got the voice actor who plays Spike in Cowboy Bebop. I love him. But I just cannot. There's one problem I have with the show. It's the soundtrack for the opening credits. It does not go with those opening, like the intro. Does not go with it at all. Cowboy Bebop's amazing. I love Cowboy Bebop too. What's another one? I have not seen Madoka. What up, Photons? Thanks for joining. How are you doing tonight? 29. 35. Super random one, but I really like Silver Spoon, about a guy who chooses to go to an agricultural school. I'm into learning about farming, so it was super interesting to me. Huh. You know, actually, Jesse, one thing that happened to me is I was browsing through, like, we just got Hulu, right? And I'm sitting here looking through Hulu, and then all of a sudden I'm like, Food Wars? What is this? I've never once watched an anime about food, you know? Because I'm like, okay, whatever. It's going to be like a cooking show, right? Then I'm like, I'll give it a try, because why not? So I start watching it. All of a sudden, these people are eating food and having orgasms, and I'm just laughing. And then Sandy comes in and is like, what are you watching? And I'm like, you got to see this. So then me and my wife are sitting here watching it, and she goes, bah! Just because, like, the food's so good, people are losing their clothes. And it's so funny. But the show is really good. Food Wars is super good. I enjoyed it a lot. One with the submarine. Blue Gender. I haven't seen that. Oh, I saw Black Lagoon. That one was really good. Black Lagoon was super good. And Trigun. A lot of people call it Trigun. I think Trigun sounds cooler. Trigun was really cool. But the people... I'm going to have to... Jesse, I'm going to have to check that out. Silver Spoon. I need to write it down. I'm going to write it down on the back of this. Silver Spoon. And Blue Sub 6. Yeah, Trigun was super good. Like, I like those animes that I don't know, they're kind of calm, but you got the good action in there, and it, like, the art style doesn't really bother me too much unless it's like that weird, like, artsy, like, graphic-y looking stuff. That stuff's a little hard for me. Like God Eater, that anime, that one's kind of like, eh. Kill la Kill, I've not seen that. I've seen it on, like, the thing, and I'm like, oh, that looks like it might be good. 43. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I might have to check out Kill la Kill too. That's all I wanted to say. What up, Peach? Thanks for joining, dude. I've seen that on there too, Leap. You know, a soundtrack will make or break an anime, in my opinion. And the reason is because, like, okay, so growing up, my buddy and I, you know, we'd have sleepovers, and we would just have Cowboy Bebop up in the background, or we'd sit there and watch it as the night goes, like, as it's winding down and stuff. Or, like, as we're sitting there playing Magic the Gathering at 2 in the morning, we just have it on the TV. And now whenever I hear the boom 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 part, you know, the bass line of the intro, I just, like, immediately go back to my childhood. It's awesome. Well, there you go, Airbrush. I'm glad we could teach you something tonight. Alright, where am I at? 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. Alright. 45, 51. Hold on. 9, 10, 1. What? Did I just cut 51? Hold on. Did I mess up? No, I think I just cut 51. Okay. 53. Yeah. We just got 53. It's 59. Okay. I got confused. Sorry. Should also check out Steven Universe, relevant because gems. Land of the Lustrous, it has characters made of gemstones. Oh yeah, what up, Cute Jeweler? And Raiders. And wait, you know what, Cute Jeweler? I don't think I've ever asked you. What do you call your like people? Are they like your Sparkle tribe? What are they? What up, guys? Hey, thanks everyone for joining tonight. Let me explain to everyone what we're doing. Your Sparkle Squad, got it. Welcome, the Cute Jeweler and Sparkle Squad. So, tonight, we are cutting a beautiful blue-green tourmaline. And thanks so much for following, Smallwood. I really appreciate it, dude. Welcome to the rough crowd. We're cutting a tourmaline. If you take a look at the diagram down low in the lower right-hand corner, that is the bottom of the gemstone, also known as the pavilion. And you'll see that it is numbered so you can follow along. Though the numbers might be hard to read because there's so many facets. We are working on P1, which are all those little facets going straight to the center of the bottom of the stone. Yeah. And also, if you are enjoying yourself tonight, consider pressing that follow button. If you're a subscriber, you have a chance to win a custom cut gemstone every Sunday. This Sunday, we are cutting a garnet and giving it away. I'm very excited. Yeah. Also, for those of you that don't know the Cute Jeweler, she does amazing work. She actually designs jewelry, and then she casts it and all that stuff. So there have actually been a few people that have won gemstones from me, and then they went to the Cute Jeweler and she designed custom jewelry for that gemstone. So let me just give you a little shout out here. Boom. So yeah, go drop her a follow, check her out. She is very exciting. She laughs a lot and is a very positive person. Also, next week on Friday, we are doing board games on Tabletop Simulator. And the Cute Jeweler is going to be hanging out with me, along with a few other streamers that hang out in our community. Fun Size Demon and Shobu, my artist, and Chicory Wren. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Jesse. I'm excited. We're gonna be playing some Settlers of Catan, and we're all very competitive people. So we'll see how that goes. What up, Nine? Thanks so much for joining us tonight. How are you doing? I believe Chicory's playing. I think she said she was. I'll double check. So I'm a big board gamer, so I haven't played Catan in a long time because Catan I grew out of it, I guess you might say. Um, Catan is what I like to call the gateway game. Like Carcassonne and Settlers of Catan, those are the games that you get your friends and family to play, and after they play it, they're like, "You mean there's more than just chutes and ladders? What? There's more than just drawing a card and rolling dice? What?" It's awesome. Oh, that's too bad, Jesse. Oh, what up, yo, funny? See, exactly. It's a gateway game. It's totally a gateway game. I enjoy Catan because of the table talk. I am a big table talker when it comes to. Ooh, you started with Agricola? That's a heavy game right there. If you guys love Stardew Valley and um, Harvest Moon games, Agricola is literally that video game in board game form. It's a lot of fun. I actually own it. It's down. It's right here. See it right there. But it's a heavy game, but it's a lot of fun. 91, 93, 4, 5, 6. I just introduced my friends to legacy games. So a legacy board game, and at first I had the same reaction as you at first. A legacy board game is a one-time play game. So what I mean by that is you play over a bunch of sessions in the same game, and everything you do in previous sessions continues through the whole board game. So, for example, let's say Pandemic. A lot of people know the game Pandemic. It's kind of what we're going through right now. It's where you're trying to eradicate the pandemic that's around the world, and yes, um, you poured your first resin thing ever, and I'm so excited to see how. Yeah, there you go, Leap. So, Pandemic's a co-op game where you all work together to try and find the cures for these diseases. And there's a legacy version of Pandemic, which is a lot of fun. Now, it's the same game as Pandemic, but as you play, you get more characters. The characters develop relationships between each other. So if you pick those two characters to work together, sometimes they get bonuses and all this other stuff. And also, like, if you fail to cure the disease this last time around, then this next time it's still around, or it may have mutated and then it acts differently than the other diseases. It's really, really fun. And so I got a legacy game called Charterstone that is you build you're building your village. I haven't played it yet, but from what I've read, you're building a village and going from there. And what's really cool with legacy games is as you're playing, there's all these boxes, and you don't open the boxes until the game tells you to. And so when it says to open it, you open it up. There's all these new game components and cards and all this other stuff, and stickers that add new rules to the game, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really unique experience that I think anyone that enjoys board games should experience at least once. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Munchkin is also fun. I've played Munchkin like a couple times. I really like the game Red Dragon Inn. I've heard of Killer Bunnies. I've never played Killer Bunnies. see, 27, 29. Secret Hitler, Coup, and Catan are our regular games. Our regular games with our friends are Joking Hazard, The Resistance, and Code Names. The Resistance is one of my top favorite games to play with people. Isn't there a board to that? I've played one where there's a board and you're trying to escape the alien ship. I haven't played that one, Wizard. Or, I like Flux. I like Flux a lot. The one where the rules are constantly changing as you play. I especially love teaching people how to play it because I'm like, alright guys, are you ready? And they're like, well, how do you play? I'm like, well, right there, those are the rules. Every turn you draw one and you play one. And they're like, what? And I'm like, don't worry, you'll understand. You got Codenames and Grifters. Codenames is okay and not tried Grifters yet. Codenames is hard. Like, you have to have the right amount, the right people for Codenames. It definitely takes some thinking. I also really like Dixit. If you haven't tried Dixit, that's a really abstract, artsy game. You get a card, or rather, you have a hand of cards, and someone lays down a card, and they say, you could say like, you could say a sound, or a word, or like a phrase. So, like, for example, say I've got a card that looks like, say this picture back here, or this even right here, or this ring is in it or whatever, right? So, but you don't want to be too obvious, but you don't want to be too abstract, and you could take anything from the picture. 6, 7, 8. You can take anything from the picture and use that for your saying. So, like, for example, for this, I would say, if I said like one ring to rule them all, this would be too obvious. But I could say something like, it's a hard knock life, because it says hardness on here, right? Or stones are hard, so I could say it's a hard knock life. And then everyone else looks at their cards and they pick one that they think everyone else will choose, and they put that face down. You mix them up. Then everyone picks which one they think is mine. Now, if everyone selects mine, I get no points, but everyone else gets points. But if no one picks mine, I also get no points, and everyone else that chose the other ones get points. But if some of them pick mine, then I get points, they get points. And it's really fun. It's a lot of fun, and the art styles are so cool. It's just really, really cool, abstract looking art. You tried playing Codenames at work with a very international team, and it did not go well. Yeah. It's called Abduction. Comes in green card package. I think I've played that, Wizard. I think I played that. My buddy's a huge board gamer. He does play testing. Yeah, I think we played that, where you have like the different weapons and stuff that do crazy things. Yep, I've done that. All right, where am I at here? Sorry, I got sidetracked. You'll notice I get sidetracked quite often. It's really old school, yeah, because you like print out the people and you cut them out and all that stuff, right? I think that's how we did it. Somehow my family ended up getting 3 copies of Codenames at one point because my sister-in-law gave us one, brother got his own, and then my brother and sister-in-law got a copy as a wedding gift. Ha! Yep, Wizard, I played that one. I played that with my buddy. Alright, 51, 53. $59. Chickens, goats, and cows. Did you generate that diagram from GemCut Studio, or did you have to put the 3D? Nope, I generated this from GemCut Studio. You just press export and it makes it, or a print and it does it. Do you think I could put small gems in resin? Yep, you sure could. They'll be fine. Sweet. Alright, so now we're going to drop down to our 1200 grit lap. Finish that bad boy up. We're gonna get so moist. Too moist, too moist. Alright, that's good. Oh my gosh, this tourmaline's cutting fast. That's crazy. My quartz doesn't even cut this fast. Actually, this might be my first time cutting a tourmaline. I think it is. Little teaching on your part. How many sides to a fancy cut? What do you mean? What do you mean by fancy cut? So, a lot of the times when people refer to fancy cuts, they mean anything but a round stone. So, at least in the jewelry, like in a jewelry store, when you say you're looking for a fancy cut, you're saying like you're looking for a marquee or a trillion or something like that. What's more difficult? I mean, it depends on the cut. Is what it really depends on. Like this cut is fairly simple because everything's got a meet point. So a meet point is when you have. Where's my diagram? Where's my awesome diagram? Let me teach you a little bit about meet points. Observe my beautiful diagram about meet points. Okay, so you see this one over here? These are two facets and they are touching. You want the tips to touch. That is what makes a good cut, is the tips touch. Now, if you overcut a facet, see the center one, the center picture? You see how it's flat? If you have facets that are flat like that, that means that the facet was overcut. So one of the facets was cut just a little too much. You see this one over here where there's space in between? That means that it was undercut, so it didn't get cut deep enough. If you go into a jewelry store, you will oftentimes see stones that are not cut very well because their meet points don't touch. So yeah, it depends. So when I'm cutting, and you see me pick it up and take a look, like this, I'm looking to see if the points are touching, because that'll tell me how much more on here I gotta cut, and that's all just done by eyeballing. Whereas a lot of the stuff that's mass produced and tends to be in the jewelry in like the big chain jewelry stores. Hold on, I gotta count. Okay, those tend to be cut by machines, and the machines are programmed, right? But gemstones, their crystal structures are different, and that can affect how quickly they cut. So some of them cut quicker, some of them don't, at different angles and stuff like that. So doing it by hand is the most precise way to get it. Yeah. So if there isn't, so to go to your question, if there isn't a distinct meet point, that makes it a lot more difficult to know how far to cut the facet. Exactly. So like I said, this is cutting super fast. And what's crazy is that tourmaline's hardness is a 7, whereas like a quartz hardness is also a 7, but the tourmaline is cutting a lot easier and quicker than quartz does for me. At least this stone is, which is weird. Getting tourmalated by the Facetron. Do you have a greyhound as well? Airbrush. Wizard. I don't know why I changed up how I say your name. But I did. So I've got 2 retired racing greyhounds. The black one that you see laying behind me, his name is Tank. Maybe you there he is. That's his butt. And the brindle that you just saw come up, her name's Penny. She's Tank's younger sister, but they're both retired. That's awesome, Wizard. $37, $43, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $45, $51, $53, $59, $61, $67, Shelock, Desert Runner we got in Newfoundland, Roy, Chase the Cash, we got while in Alberta, Canada. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for adopting and rescuing the greyhounds. They are the best dogs ever. So I'm not a dog person at all, and we actually own 3 cats, but they are such good dogs. I will never get another dog that's not a greyhound. Just because they're so well behaved and so chill too. They just sleep. But also, like, they can be so goofy. It's funny. And watching them run is amazing. Yep, they just cuddle. Yep. So our boy Tank here, actually, he had he was chasing a couple huskies at the dog park, and he stumbled and rolled, and then tried to get up while he was falling, and kept rolling, and he got some really bad soft tissue damage on his shoulder, and so he got hurt pretty bad, and his whole belly is all bruised. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Yep, 2-minute run, 7-hour nap. It's great. We take them for a walk morning and night, and they sleep the rest of the day. Yeah, everyone thinks that, like, everyone we come across, when they're like, oh, are those greyhounds? We're like, yeah. They're like, oh, I bet you they're super fast. We're like, yep. And they're like, man, I bet they're really hyper dogs. And we're like, no. They are the complete opposite. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Wizard. That's never fun. I was Dude, I was worried. Like, we ended up going to the emergency vet at like 1 or 2 in the morning because I was like, the spot on his stomach's getting bigger. So, like, I was like, this might be internal bleeding. We got to go now. So we went, and she's like, no, it's just a really bad bruise. Here's some painkillers. All right, guys, now we're going to go to high polish. Oh, yeah. So actually, so we had Tank for a year, and then we got Penny. Tank is now 5 years old. When we got Penny, she was a year and a half. She did not. When she runs, she looks like a crazy spider. So I imagine that they retired her early. I don't even think she got to race. But she's definitely brought out a lot more in Tank's personality. Like, she's more cuddly, whereas Tank was not, and now he is. And like, he'll do the like hide his face under your leg or something like that. And I think he gets that from her. She'll just come up and just lay on top of you. He likes his space a bit more. He's like a grumpy old man. Alright guys, now we're going to do our high polish, give it a nice mirror finish. So what we have on here is a 14,000 grit diamond paste. This is what will give it its nice mirror finish. Shoulders over. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, Tank's really big. He comes up to about my waist. Penny's a lot smaller. Oh my god, guys, this is gonna be so beautiful. I'm so excited. It looks so good. Can we just be done with it right now? Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, Tank, after we fattened him up a bit, he's around 80 or 90 pounds. He's in between there. But yeah, when we got him, man, he was not doing so hot. We're still trying to get Penny to put on some weight. She's having a little trouble. I mean, she eats fine and everything. It's just she... Oh, jeez. It's my wife. One moment. Hello? From? Oh, I can't. I'm streaming right now. How can I save you? I don't think that'll work. I just don't think that'll work. I don't know. You used up all of the data. It's your TikTok videos. Oh. Well, I need to go. I love you. Bye. Sorry about that. What up, Drax? Thanks for joining tonight. You went, oh, and jumped at the same time as... No, nothing fell over. Don't worry. Your dog was having trouble keeping weight on. They suggested rice. Yeah, we've done rice and chicken and stuff. I mean, we've only had her for... I think we're going on 6 months now. So, it took Tank a little bit to put on weight, too. What up, Prim? No, I did not fall over drunk. I don't fall over drunk. Or where are we at here? We are at 21. Next is 27. Nine years to get your dog to put on weight. I mean, I can still see her, her ribs and stuff, so. But she's healthy, so that's a plus. He now eats high crude fatty kibble. Oh, I can like see the whole rib cage on her. I know. Sandy knows all about that stuff. She does all the research and all that good stuff. Yeah, Tank we can still see some rib, but not a lot. Her, we can see the whole thing. Their metabolism's just so fast. 29. So this is 7, 8, 9. Don't even get me started on how fat my fish are. Alright, what was that? That was 29. Next is 35. This is turning out nice, guys. Ooh, I'm excited to see this thing. Maybe this will be one of the gemstones that the Sandala likes. Because anytime I show her a gemstone, she's like, yeah, that's pretty. And that's it. So maybe she'll like this one. Yeah, Tank he has got a big kink in his tail because his tail got shut in a door at some point in his life. He's also got a big scar across his muzzle. Top of his nose. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, or something. Alright, where are we at here? 30, 40, 45. Oh man, I am so excited, guys. Saturday. I'm going to be able to cut dice. Are you excited? I can cut some 20-sided dice. I am pumped. I am so excited to try that out. Yeah, what up, Small Mighty? Thanks for joining tonight. How are you doing? By the way, Small Mighty, I found some better citrines, and it has begun. It has begun. So it'll be way golder, and I think you will like it. Welcome back, Squibble. What did you have to eat? Please make us hungry. We love talking about food here. Do you guys remember when I ordered that baked potato pizza? Oh, it was so good. I am so excited for the dice too, especially with the stuff I've gotten for it so far. Ooh, an omelet wrap. Oh, I love eggs. I love eggs so much. All right, that's like 53. Next is 59. Chicken pot pie pasta. What is that? That sounds interesting. Please, Michaela, enlighten us. Squibble, well, okay, in her defense, Wizard, Squibble and I are new acquaintances. We just met literally this week. Filling of a pot pie with a, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. All right, 59, 61. Yeah, I love greyhounds. Yo. With extra garlic to entice the picky 8-year-old, sorry. Yeah, what up, Automaton? Thanks for joining. How are you doing tonight, dude? Look at this. I hear a noise, and I turn my head, and this is what I see. I didn't do anything. What up, Anima? How are you doing tonight? Thanks for joining. Well, we're happy to have you too, Automaton. Yeah, what up, Opa? How are you doing tonight? Oh, guys, this looks so beautiful. I just want to eat it. Oh yeah, also, commissions are available, guys. I have all kinds of gemstones. I can find you gemstones. Excuse me. I'm getting a thing in so I can start making some some D&D dice, or if you're into Yahtzee, I can make a lot of six-siders. Out of gemstones and other various material that I have. So yeah, if you're interested, feel free to email me, ryan56k@gmail.com. By emailing me, you're in no way committing to a commission. You can just email me and ask me questions. That's perfectly fine. So yeah. Today we are cutting. Prim, I could just shave my chest and make you some fuzzy dice, I guess. Tonight we were cutting a tourmaline. Last night we made a design for it, and I'm very excited. Awesome, Leap. Now, Automaton, I'm running to the mailbox tomorrow. I'm going to check it out. Or where am I at here? 69. 75. I don't know if it's there. I'm going to go check. I got to go to the post office anyway. Send out last week's winner. Or Sunday's winner. To 74 photons. By the way, photons, are you here? Awesome. So I tried to get. So when you get the stone, you'll see that there's some of my polishing rouge stuck inside the stone, like right under the top of the surface, because there's a microscopic crack there from one of the inclusions breaking the surface, and I could not get it out. Now, when jewelry stores open, you can take it to a jewelry store and have them put it in their ultrasonic, and ultrasonic will get that out, no problem. I just don't own an ultrasonic, so just so you're aware, it will come out. It's just going to take time. Yeah, like I boiled water and I put soap in there and I took my toothbrush and went at it, and it didn't come out. May 11th, man. Fine. Maybe I'll go mail it out Monday. Then I can mail both stones out. So whoever wins the garnet Monday or Sunday, then I can mail out the garnet and the amethyst. It'll get there the same day, whether it's Friday or Monday. 83. And 85. And 91. And 87. No, I'm at 93. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it's addicting. Like that's what I do all throughout the day. Is I just like look online for gemstone rough and I'm like, ooh, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. That's what I do now. Oh, that looks so good. This color's amazing. You can't see it, but it's amazing. Grandma jokes that if she ever had to go back to work, she'd want to work at a jewelry store, but she'd never come home with a paycheck. That's how they get you. How much did this super rough, the blue lapis cost? So for 2,000 carats of it, which is like a little over a pound, I think that was about 15 bucks. I think it was 15 or $20. But so, I mean, it's varying qualities. Like I only like that really dark piece you saw there, the really dark one. I only got like 2 pieces of really dark stuff in it. So it's kind of hit or miss. This is Caspian. He's my fluffy one. Yeah, when you order, so a lot of the times they'll be like, order a big lot, 2,000 carats, 3,000 carats. And oftentimes you'll get it, but it won't be very good quality stuff. I just got that stuff because I'm like, I can make dice out of this. And it would look really, really cool. Okay, did you get your pets, sir? You're going to fall in that bucket. So he does this in the morning while we're drinking coffee. And he'll intentionally put this thing in our coffee. He'll come up and he'll go. And we're like, stop! All right, bud, I'm putting you down here. Friend of mine has never seen Idiocracy. Oh, good luck with that. That movie, the movie Idiocracy is... Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's like shaving your chest with a lawnmower. You're fine. Too close to reality. It's a documentary now. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to P2. P2 are it's those the outer facets there that go around the edge. So this is what gives the stone. So you notice the stone is called Peek Through the Curtain. And this is what um, gives the stone the curtain look are these outer facets here. All right, so we got to go to 64 degrees. We're going to start at 1. Then we're going to get nice and moist. So what this is going to do, and actually we got to be like up here. This is going to level out the stone. And again, what I'm doing is looking for that meet point. 23. I'm so afraid of overcutting it. I'm just going like little by little. All right, 23, 25. $47. $49. $71. By the way, guys, if you are just joining my channel for the first time, thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate you giving me your time and attention. Let me explain to you what we're doing. Tonight we are cutting a tourmaline. It's a beautiful blue-green. If you take a look at the diagram down low, below me, in the lower right-hand side, that is the bottom of the gemstone. And you'll see it is numbered for your pleasure. We're currently cutting P2, and then we'll be switching to cut the top of the stone, and then we're done. We are almost done. This stone is cutting a lot faster than what I'm used to. Can I move the camera up a bit like that? I mean, we are legit almost done because the top only has 2, 4, 6, 9 facets. This stone total has how many facets? 49, and it looked that beautiful. I don't believe it. And 95. You like the name of it? Yeah, so the facets that we're cutting now are what kind of gave it its name. It looks like you are, like the edges of the stone look like curtains, the way the light reflects. And, oh my gosh. And, just like a hair. There. And then the center looks like you're, like you pulled the curtains aside and you're looking out into like a spotlight or something like that. So, that's why we named it that. Now we're going to go to high polish, give these some nice shiny facets. Facades. $23. $25. 47. $49. $71. $73. $95. Let's see how this looks. This looks great. Alright, so now what we got to do, guys, is transfer it. So we got to flip it so we can cut the top of it. Alright, so we're going to go over here. Bring this over here. Boom. All right. So obviously I know you guys want to see it so far, right? Yes. I don't know if we can get the light to shine through it to show. So yeah, now we're going to transfer it. Where's my tower of transfer? All right, so we need to find a dop stick to put this in, like so. So you'll see dop sticks come in many shapes and sizes. We are going to use one that is a cone. So the sharp point of the gemstone can go inside the cone, like so. I just can't really see it down it, like so. So we're going to go ahead and put this here. It is tourmalining out nice. We're going to go like this, and that. So this has a lot of wax on it, so we are going to go ahead and keep that. I'm going to clean off this stone, because if you have anything on there, the wax does not like to hold, and the last thing I want is for this to fall off. So this already has wax on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and heat up the dopstick until the wax reaches a melting point. So now we're going to let it cool. And then we'll pull the old dopstick off. Yeah. Have I mentioned how much I have been craving sushi? I just want to go to a sushi place and eat everything I can. Oh, that'd be so good. What's everyone's favorite kind of sushi? If you like sushi. Not everyone does. So, when I go to a sushi place, my favorite things to get. Number one, avocado hand roll. So they take seaweed, they take some cucumber and some avocado, put it in there, and that's it. And some rice, and a lot of rice. It's delicious. Delicious. California rolls are delicious. You eat most sushi if it doesn't have avocado. And I eat it. I can't eat it. Oh, that sucks, Michaela. I'm sorry to hear that. I really like unagi, which is eel. And I really like salmon, like spicy salmon. Oh, it's so good. And I like the vegetable tempura. That stuff's good. And tempura shrimp. Oh, you know where else I'm so excited to go to? Benihana's. Oh, Benihana's has the best, like, they call it yum yum sauce. It's so good. And the fried tofu pouches. Yam and cucumber teriyaki salmon. Ooh. Oh, I love avocado. I could eat avocado all day, every day. So what I'm doing here is I'm just breaking the wax off the top of the stone. And then you see, now we get to work on the top of the gemstone. Trying to get it to show you the color of the stone. You can't see it. The wax blocks too much light. Alright, follow me over here. I hear that smell, Mighty. Every time you watch my stream, you get hungry. Because we always talk about food. Alright. So now, guys, if you take a look at the diagram in the upper left-hand corner, that is the top of the gemstone, also known as the crown. And it, you'll see it is also numbered 1 and T. We're going to start on number 1. We're going to have to cut it down so that we set the girdle width, and then we're good to go.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Yeah, automaton, 4 months. Yeah, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. 4 months. Oh man, that's insane. Yep, I'll be careful with him. He already moved his paws. So, we're good. Thank you for the heads up there, Scorched. Alright, so because the tourmaline's cutting so quickly, we are going to just use our 1200 grit and bring it down in there. Down in there. Alright, but we got to go to like 16 degrees. $16 degrees. Who made this cut? Oh my gosh. And then we go to 5. And then we get nice and moist. Well, that cut a little too quick. Oh, we are good. Who taught Ryan to cow? You know who we haven't seen in a while, guys? Spineless McGee. Where's he been? Oh, you know, he got sucked back into the Call of Duty. And he also has to work. We still got so much more to take off here. He works at an essential store, yes. Oh, is that supposed to make a command? I think you're supposed to do slash commands. Not exclamation. Try slash. Thanks, Smith. Did that work, automaton? Oh, that's weird. How thick do you guys think we should keep this girdle? Because right now it's like 2 C's thick. Normally I make it 1 C thick. Alright, we're gonna go a little deeper, I think. So, the first cut is always the deepest, as the song goes, because we are taking off the most material. I think that's good for a tourmaline. Give it a nice thick girdle, that'll give it a little more stability. Be a little bit of a pain to do, but yeah, Nightbot's a little finicky. Spineless McGee insisted that I use Nightbot, so I'm like, alright, even though I don't like it. Alright, let's look here. We're going to 19, 17, 18, 19. I guess he might see you as a threat. 29. Oh man, we're almost done, guys. Are you excited? Yeah, I am. I'm pumped. $43. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Get pumped! Are you pumped? Yeah, you're pumped, aren't you? He's super pumped. $49.50, 1, 2, 3. What up, Frost? How are you doing? You had no way to private message me. Aren't you in my Discord? And I think anyone can private message me on Twitch. Yeah, by the way, guys, feel free to join our Discord. We are a community full of lots of talented artists and people who love jewelry and gemstones and video games. I love video games. So yeah, feel free to join. Come and hop in. Make sure you read the rules, please. And yeah, we'll have some fun. We're a very positive community. Also, next week on Friday, we're going to be doing some board game streams with a couple streamers who you may know. The Cute Jeweler, Fun Size Demon, Shobu, and Chicory Wren. We're going to be doing some tabletop simulator of Settlers of Catan. We're finally people. And on the 29th, make sure you join me the 29th. I know it's a ways away, but on the 29th we will be celebrating you guys, the rough crowd, by playing some Jackbox games, and I give away Amazon gift cards that night, and you don't even have to be a subscriber to win, just a follower. That's my way of giving back to you guys and thanking you for your support and everything you do for me. Yeah. Yeah. Last time I got really drunk and gave away a bunch of gemstones. Dude, our Jackbox nights are the bomb. Alright, do we have to go deeper? Okay, let's take a look here. You sent me a mystery on Discord. Alright, Jack. You have a good night, dude. Thanks for stopping in. I think we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it that thick because it'll give it a bit more stability. Tourmaline's iffy on the stability, and because it looks great, but because it's cutting so easily, I feel like this particular tourmaline is going to be prone to chipping. So we are going to leave that girdle a little thick. It'll give it more stability as a stone. So yeah, it's like 2 C's thick, you know what I mean? But man, does it look good. I am so excited. It's such a simple cut, but it looks so good. So good. Alright, so that's 5. Alright, so now we are going to high polish. This is what gives it a nice, delightful mirror finish. All right, 19. $29. $43. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you guys remember when we tried to count in chat? See how high we could get? Yeah, so wife, the way it worked was someone would start it off with 1 and they could never do a number twice in a row. Or rather, they couldn't say, so like, for example, if you started with 1, you could not then type in 2. Someone else would have to type in 2 before you can type again a number. And sorry, I'm in a bidding war at the moment for a really nice looking green quartz. Sweet! I think I just won it. Alright, cool. And you had to count in order. And I think the highest we got was like in the 30s. Sweet! Got it. I got a piece of green quartz that's like this long and like that wide. It looked like a really nice piece. We'll see. Buying gemstones online can be iffy. I've gotten stuff that was not what I expected, and I've gotten stuff that's more than I expected. $53, $67. Bakathists? I do not know what that is, but we gotta put more polish on here. She does sales all the time. Does she sell like rough gemstones, or is it more stuff for like wire wrapping and beading? Oh, I get it. It's kind of like amethyst, but it's Beccathist. Oh, I gotcha. I mean, sometimes you can find some good stuff from people like that. Be like, oh, I could totally facet this. That's how I've actually found some of my stuff that way. I'll be like, and I'll buy this because I can facet it and it's pretty. I have a couple friends that are into that. I wonder if my friend knows about her. Fluorite's really pretty. We actually made a design last night for fluorite. Yeah, it was like the snowflake clover-y looking one. The summer snowflake. I don't remember what we actually called it. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? I think I need to let my dog in the backyard real quick. Yeah, do you need to go potty? Alright, let's go. Yeah. Oh, you both need to go. Alright, well, let's go. Come on, backyard. Ugh. Oh yeah, they get excited. You can't go out. No, you can't. Sorry. All right. So now we got to do the table. So on a gemstone, the table is the flat part up top. You'll see in the diagram it's labeled T in the upper left-hand corner. The table is what allows light to go in, bounce around, and bounce back out through the top and enter your eyeball. So the stone has to be perfect 90 degrees to the lap in order to cut the table correctly. So we use this little thing that I like to call the tabler. And what you do is you put the gemstone inside the tabler, or rather the dopstick, and then like that. And then we set our arm to 45 degrees. And then we put this bad boy in there. Lock it in place. That's my wrestler name, the Tabler. Mine is Charity. All right, so you can see it puts it perfectly straight up and down. Yeah, we're on the table already. I know. It's only been 3 hours. Where did our 7-hour stream go, right? All right, but we are gonna still get moist. So moist. So the table, we decided we cut most of the way to the edge. I'd say that's probably like 3/8. Is that 3/8? No. Maybe like 5/8. Well, yeah, you may hear the gemstone scream a little bit. It's okay. It's not getting hurt. Think now a little more, then we're good. It's good. I'm getting hurt. What up, Control? Thanks for joining us tonight, dude. How are you doing? Alright, this is where the real screaming comes in. Or just a cricket. I am doing well. I'm so excited to see this stone. Sounds like I'm playing Animal Crossing. Oh yeah! Oh, it's done! Oh man, it's so nice. Okay, but there's one thing. Because I'm leaving that girdle so thick, I'm going to polish it. So we're not done. We are almost done. Ha! So sorry. All right, so we're gonna cut this girdle. I'm gonna go let my dogs in real quick. We're gonna do this girdle up. And then we will be done. We're almost done. All right, one moment. we're gonna bring in this real quick just to get the wax off. But guys, man, does it look gorgeous. Trust me. I would know. But we're still gonna get moist. Alright, that's 123. After we do this, we're just gonna polish it and be done. 23, 25. 47. $49. Good evening, Hangman. How are you doing tonight? 71. Thanks for joining us. Got a book review written, not much else, so kind of mad about that. Yeah, those TV shows. I hate it when I get sucked into a TV show and then all of a sudden it's like super late in the day and then I'm like, oh, I could have done so much more today. Exactly. Some progress is better than none. There's always tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm tone deaf, by the way. There's... Oh, no, wait. I love you tomorrow. Oh. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and high polish this. Hey, bud. Yeah. $23. Oh, what up, OMD? Thanks for joining us tonight. How are you doing? You're just in time because we're almost done. You made 50 emoticons? What? OMD, I didn't realize you did emotes. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying yourself tonight, consider pressing that follow button. If you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a custom cut gemstone from me every single Sunday. And this Sunday, we're going to be cutting a garnet and giving it away. So you just have to be okay with telling me where you live. I promise I won't stalk you until the quarantine's over. Don't want to endanger anyone. But yeah, every single Sunday we do that. And then we pick what we're doing the next Sunday. It's a lot of fun. Alright, Hangman. You have a good night. Yeah. That's right, photons. 71. I was actually just at that Target today. What is this now? You started that story when I first came to your stream. Oh no. I'm sorry, wife. That was my younger days. I'm not that mean anymore. I'm not that irrational. I was like 19 years old. This seems calming. Oh, I told the story about my Target experience. OMD. What, are you just patiently waiting for the facet dance, sir? I gave him pain medication for his stomach, so I think he's a little out of it. But that's okay. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's take this off here now. I forgot the facet dance. Yeah! Oh no. You need to calm down, you're hurt. Okay, shh. Alright, we gotta do a calm facet dance. We're calming down now. Stop. Stop. Tank is supposed to be very calm. Yeah, they keep saying rough. Yeah, I don't want you to hurt yourself again, buddy. The doctor said you can't get excited. Hi. Tank's gonna help. So what we got to do now is take this off of here. Oh my gosh, that color is so perfect. I am so excited. All right, so then we got to put it in our good old-fashioned denatured alcohol. You got to get it nice and cooled down. All right. Now, while we're waiting for that, why don't we show you guys some gemstones? Because why not? Yeah, what up, Flubbles? You're here just in time. How you doing? All right, so I want to show you guys some. First of all, this Sunday we will be cutting this garnet. Check it. Sunday we're cutting this garnet, and I'm excited because it's very, very pretty. Look at that color. Yeah, so Sunday we're going to be cutting this garnet, and if you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win it. And it will be glorious. This actually, maybe we can do that cut that we did the other night. Yes, the chaotic neutral cut. Because it's like, it's already that shape. It's asking for it. It's asking for it. And there's like nothing in it. It would be really, really pretty. Let's see. Today I got in a sapphire today. This one's kind of a monster. Well, so it is dark until you put light to it. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? So the reason why it looks like this is because sapphires come out of volcanoes. So it's coming out of lava. You know, the hot stuff. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, photons. You still around? Still around, photons? How big is that stone? It's... I'm going to put your stone up here and show you what I'm talking about. So that's the stone next to a penny. It's really big. All right, Photon. So here's the amethyst we cut last Sunday and gave it away. Now, let me zoom in and fix this. So you see this dark spot right here coming around? Right there, that little like hook. That's the rouge that's in there. That I am unable to get out here at my house. Normally I could take it to work and try and get it out there. So that's something that once you take it into a jewelry, there's two of them. There's that little one right there. Then there's the other one right over here. It's just an inclusion that breaks the surface, and some of that junk got under there. It shouldn't be a problem. So, yeah. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, I just got some beautiful citrine in today. Look at that citrine. Ooh, ah. Yeah, citrine's really pretty. This is more than just champagne. Like, I have a champagne one. So, like, here's more of a champagne citrine. And unfortunately, my camera doesn't really show it. But yeah, this is more champagne-y. But I actually got a bunch of pieces. Let me show you. Or here, actually, here we go. This one's more champagne-y that I got. So this piece came in today with the other stuff. So that this is kind of like a champagne, but then you also get the you put this one in there instead, or even this one, and you can just see the color difference. A champagne Jolly Rancher, that's right. All right, let me check on our stone here. Oh man, guys, I think it's done. All right, let me pull it out. Yeah, it does look like chunks of honey, doesn't it? It's super pretty. And then, of course, we got one of my favorite blues in the gemstone world. Apatite. Cooked up an apatite. Oh my god. Guys, this looks amazing. Hi, Squish.
Hi.
All right, we're going to zoom in. We're going to get out of focus. Sandy, you want to see this?
No.
Fine. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. Oh, you got greens and blues reflecting in it. Oh, I need to get my camera up there so we got some light. Oh, thanks so much for following, Volpsy. Welcome to the rough crowd. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, let me get my camera up there. I'm working on getting a ring light for my for my stream. Well, I'm glad you think it's awesome, Volpsy. Thank you. I am doing very well. We just finished this beautiful tourmaline. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, thanks, Lady Grave. Tourmaline is so beautiful, but they're so expensive. Here, let me see if I can get, like, better lighting up here for it when it comes around. Let's see.
Did you tell them about my glitter bomb?
I did not. Oh, I just can't get it to... Yeah, guys, I need to get a ring light for my camera. I'm sorry. Oh, it's just such a beautiful, like, green, blue. It's such a unique color. Oh my gosh. So, like I said at the beginning, no, this is just for fun. It showed up in the mail and I forgot I bought it, and it was just so beautiful. I had to cut it. So, like I said, tourmaline comes in a lot of different colors. So, let's show you some examples of kind of like what the stone started out as. So I've got a few tourmalines. So like that. You can see they're similar color, but not quite the same. Tourmaline also comes in a lot of different shades of green. And tourmaline also comes in multicolors of... Now I dropped it. Found it. Comes in multiple colors of pink, and it also comes in colors like when it grows. Oh, thanks so much for following, Kiri. Welcome to the rough crowd. Yep, comes in like watermelon colors. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. You can see the center of this is pink. And it also comes in... Here's a big piece I've got. It comes in like pinkish oranges too. Like that. Tourmaline is quickly becoming one of my top gems. I really enjoy tourmaline a lot. It's just so beautiful, the blues and the other stuff. But yeah, that stone turned out amazing. Yeah, it is like the perfect in-between green and blue, isn't it? Oh, man. Tourmaline's just got such a pretty unique color. Oh, that's so good. And my camera does not do it justice at all. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I got to get a ring light for this camera. So, thank you everyone so much for hanging out with me tonight. This Sunday, or rather tomorrow night, I'll be cutting more gemstones. Sunday, we will be faceting a garnet. You want to see the beautiful garnet? Of course you do. Tomorrow night we're going to be faceting this garnet, and Sunday night we'll be faceting the garnet, and if you're a subscriber on Sunday, you have a chance to win this gemstone and every other gemstone on Sundays. Oh, it's just such a pretty red. I'm looking forward to cutting the garnet too. And yeah, guys, I do commissions. If you are interested in a commission, email me at ryan56k@gmail.com. Also located right here on the right side of your screen. Right here. Flubbles, I can't afford your Alexandrite. But yeah, guys. Other than that, I want to thank you all for your support. And if you had fun, consider pressing that follow button. And there you go. You can really see the color there. And yeah, otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Be peaceful to one another. Try to use less plastic. Save the earth. All right, guys. You have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, thanks, Captain Jack Sparrow. Welcome to the rough crowd. Oh, yeah, one more thing, guys, before I sign off. Feel free to join our Discord. Hang out with us there. There's lots and lots of talented artists, both in jewelry, gemstones, and digital and classic art. We also play a lot of video games. And all that. Yeah, thanks, wife. So, yeah, you guys have a wonderful night. Flubbles, I mean, if you want to donate a piece, I'll totally take a piece. Or maybe, here, how about this, Flubbles? You send me 2 pieces. I'll cut one for you, and I'll keep the other for me. Brilliant. All right, guys, you have a wonderful night. I'll catch you tomorrow night. Okay, bye.